Your adult contemporary radio station in Zambia, connecting you to the newsmakers and events that reach.
Good evening. This is the 5FM Radio Main News. The headlines. Police holds theft of zinc oxide worth 45,521 United States dollars. Zambia earns praise for board economic reforms and debt restructuring efforts. And Ugandan military helicopter crashes and catches fire in Somalia. This bulletin is live on our Facebook, 5FM Radio Zambia, and YouTube, 5FM Radio Zambia. With the details, my name is Lance Sannie, Banda. The Zambia police has successfully intercepted an attempted theft of zinc oxide worth 45,521 United States dollars following rapid and coordinated action. Police Public Relations Officer Ray Hamonga discloses that the said zinc oxide was in transit from STL Mine Vile in Lubumbashi province of the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, to Trafigura Asia Trading Pte. Limited based in Singapore, with the cargo expected to exit the region via the Dar es Salaam corridor. Mr. Hamonga said an alert was triggered when monitoring systems revealed that the truck, Scania bearing registration T731 ASM carrying the high-value cargo, had deviated from its designated routes, adding that the truck was unlawfully being offloaded into the premises of Jesum Industry Company Yard, raising immediate suspicion. Police swiftly moved in and conducted a raid at the said location, resulting in the apprehension of 7 suspects, including 4 Chinese nationals and 3 Zambian nationals. All suspects are currently in police custody and are assisting with ongoing investigation.
The alert was triggered when monitoring systems revealed that the truck, a Scania truck bearing registration number T7 truck carrying the high-grade cargo, had diverted from its designated route. GPS tracking showed that the truck had been diverted and was unlawfully being offloaded into the premises of Jesum Industry Company Yard, raising immediate suspicion. Police promptly moved in and conducted a raid in the apprehension of 7 suspects, namely 4 Chinese nationals and 3 Zambian nationals. All suspects are currently in police custody and are assisting with ongoing investigations. The truck and its content have since been secured by police as evidence. The Zambia Police Service continues to work tirelessly in collaboration with security partners and stakeholders in the supply chain industry to combat transnational crimes such as cargo theft.
The Media Institute of Southern Africa, MISA Regional Office, has applauded Zambian journalists and government for establishing the self-regulation mechanism. The office has also welcomed the launch of the Media Self-Regulation Council of Zambia, MSCZ, stating that council does not only establish a platform for the Zambian public to hold the media accountable, but also presents an opportunity for the media to enhance their professionalism. Regional Governing Council Chairperson Jeremiah Slanga says self-regulation of the media is an international best practice that preserves media autonomy while promoting media accountability. Mr. Langa commended President Hakainde Hichilema and Information and Media Minister Cornelius Mwetwa for pledging support towards media self-regulation, adding that this regulation mechanism is one of the cornerstones of media freedom. The Ministry of Green Economy and Environment has been awarded the Recognition Award for their outstanding efforts in promoting climate resilience and sustainability. The ministry has received the Climate Resilience Initiative of the Year Award at the ongoing 10th Annual General Meeting of the Zambia Institute of Planners being held in Livingston. Republican Vice President Nalumango opened the annual general meeting, and during the meeting, she presented awards recognitions to different institutions and individuals. The ministry says the prestigious award acknowledges the ministry's commitment to developing and implementing innovative climate solutions that benefit both the environment and local communities, as well as validates their tireless efforts to address climate change. The ministry's climate resilience initiatives have made significant impacts, including climate proofing infrastructure, building climate resilience of rural population through climate smart agriculture practices, small livestock rearing rather, gardening, among others. In the meantime, the ministry has congratulated its Assistant Director for Planning and Policy, Mr. Patience Tembo, for being awarded Socio-Economic Planner of the Year 2025. This is contained in a statement issued by Ministry of Green Economy and Environment Principal Public Relations Officer Harriet Malambo Chimoka. Meanwhile, Restoration for Community Justice RCJ Chief Executive Officer Matthews Mulenga has urged the World Development Committee WDCs and government through the local authorities to consider prioritizing climate-aligned projects for Constituency Development Fund (CDF). Mr. Mulenga adds that harnessing local resources and empowering youth in climate-aligned projects have the potential to create resilient communities capable of facing the challenges of climate change. Mr. Mulenga underscores the importance of CDF, hence emphasizing the need to use the fund as key stepping stones for building community resilience and adaptation strategies at local level.
As an organization, we are calling on government, make especially the CDF committee, promote sustainable development or sustainable projects, such as those projects that are resilient to climate, those projects that promote environmental sustainability, those projects which are climate actions. By so doing, we make sure we are going to see to it that as a nation, we are making steps toward environmental sustainability or toward community resilience. Zambia, through leveraging only the local resources available, we should not be depending on foreign aids to for climate actions. Let's take advantage of the resources available, local resources available, so that we can create impact for our climate actions.
WaterAid Zambia has called on stakeholders to institutionalize hand hygiene in Zambia's development agenda, warning that gains made during the COVID-19 pandemic will be lost without sustained investment and system strengthening. Speaking at the opening of a three-day national workshop to validate the hand hygiene, Zambia's head of advocacy, communications, and campaigns, Eddie Chikuta, emphasized that the roadmap presents an opportunity to build national resilience sectors. Chikuta highlighted the need for a whole of society and whole of government approach in implementing the roadmap, stressing that hygiene is not just a health issue but a key pillar for education, productivity, and national development. He reaffirmed WaterAid's commitment to supporting the first through technical support, advocacy, and knowledge sharing, and commended the Ministry of Water Development and Sanitation and other key ministries for leading a participatory process. The workshop that Lusaka from 2nd to 5th July has convened stakeholders from the Ministry of Water Development and Sanitation, Ministry of Health, UNICEF, civil society, and the private sector to refine and validate the national roadmap aimed at promoting sustainable hand hygiene behavior, improving access to facilities, and ensuring long-term financing.
But also realigning our institutional frameworks at ministry level, provincial, district, and sub-district levels to really prioritize hand hygiene and start investing, and also promoting interventions around hygiene behavior change to promote hand hygiene. When we do that, we are sure of actually, one, mitigating and abating the diseases that constantly characterize our communities, but also we are sure that we have a better healthy population and will have a good profile for our public health. As WaterAid, we're excited to have been part of this process over the years, and to continue pushing and working with different stakeholders that are here.
EcoBank find driving digital empowerment across Africa. Through this collaboration, EcoBank plans to leverage Google Cloud's cutting-edge technology, deliver innovative payment and remittance solutions that are frictionless, secure, and universally accessible, empowering individuals and businesses across the continent and beyond. This collaboration will focus on leveraging Google Cloud's advanced technologies and AI to enhance EcoBank's digital offering to accelerate the digital transformation of the bank. The partnership agreement is designed to empower individuals, support the growth of small and medium-sized enterprises (SMEs) in the region, and contribute to the overall economic development of Africa. Jeremy Awori, Group CEO, Banks of EcoBank, said the collaboration with Google Cloud is a leap forward in EcoBank's digital transformation journey, adding that the bank looks forward to leveraging Google Cloud's world-class technology to unlock new possibilities for individuals and businesses to grow and scale across Africa. In the meantime, Thomas Kurian, Chief Executive Officer, Google Cloud, said Google Cloud and EcoBank have a shared vision for using technology to help deliver financial empowerment to more people and businesses in Africa. Mr. added that he looks forward to exploring the ways of cutting-edge AI, powerful data analytics, and scalable infrastructure can support EcoBank's efforts to fuel the content and digital future. And in other news trending this evening, Lusaka Water Supply and Sanitation Company, or WSC, has expressed concern over the rising number of cases in which its employees are being harassed, threatened, or physically attacked while performing official duties such as meter reading and disconnections due to non-payment. The Zambia Police Service has confirmed the detention of businesswoman Faith Musonda, a resident of Chalala, at Woodlands Police Station in Lusaka for disorderly conduct. Up next, the business news.
From Radio Business News, we mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
The newly released World Investment Report, Investment in the Digital Economy, published by the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, UNCTAD, has spotlighted Zambia as one of Africa's leading reform-driven economies, commending its strides in fiscal consolidation, debt restructuring, and inflation control. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres says this year's report explores how international investment can help bridge the digital divide, stating that it offers practical guidance to help governments attract direct capital towards inclusive growth, advancing the Global Digital Compact and the Sustainable Development Goals. In the meantime, Finance and National Planning Minister Dr. Stumbeko Msokotwane says the government is delighted that the world continues to recognize the strides being made by Zambia in laying a strong foundation for strong and sustained economic growth. In addition, the minister says the World Investment Report, which analyzes macroeconomic trends and policy reforms worldwide, places Zambia among countries that are implementing significant structural reforms with the backing of multilateral development partners. Dr. Msokotwane adds that with support from institutions such as the International Monetary Fund (IMF), the country is navigating a complex economic landscape marked by global volatility and domestic recovery efforts. Regarding debt restructuring progress under the G20 Common Framework, Zambia is highlighted as one of the key countries undertaking external debt restructuring restructuring under the G20 Common Framework. Meanwhile, UNCTAD Secretary General Rebecca Ginspan says investment reflects societal priorities, not just economic activity. She highlighted persistent low GDP growth, rising debt, geopolitical tensions, and shifting trade patterns as key challenges for the global economy. She disclosed that the global digital economy grew at 10 to 12% annually, outpacing global GDP. This is contained in a statement issued by the Office of the Secretary to the Treasury. Ends the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
And in news from across our borders, a Ugandan military helicopter with 8 people on board crashed and caught fire at the main international airport in Somalia's capital, Mogadishu, a Ugandan army spokesperson has told the BBC. 3 people escaped with burns, but the other 5 were yet to be accounted for following the crash at the Aden Ad International Airport. Major General Felix Kulagi said, adding that its cause was still unclear. Somalia's state-run news agency reported that the fire was quickly contained by the emergency services. And in sports news, FIFA says it is happy that the new FA's leadership has committed to embracing the highest level of good corporate governance. And FA's president Keith Mwemba has reaffirmed his commitment to walking the talk on uniting the football family. Speaking during the FIFA committee, FIFA Regional Development Manager David Fanny said the exercise was important to orient the new executive on the tenets of good governance. Fanny president for having publicly stated his commitment to the tenets of good governance. In the meantime, Mwemba said his leadership was committed to ensuring that decentralization was fully operationalized, with regions having their own offices. Mr. Mwemba has since thanked FIFA for continued support to member associations through the FIFA Forward program. A moderate and relatively moist airflow from southeast continues to influence the weather over most parts of the country, leading to partly cloudy, windy at times, and warm weather conditions. Ends our weather report, and that item brings us to the end of the news. But before we go, a recap of stories that made headlines. The Zambia police has successfully intercepted an attempted theft of zinc oxide worth 45,521 United States dollars following rapid and coordinated action. The newly released World Investment Report, Investment in the Digital Economy, published by the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, has spotlighted Zambia as one of Africa's leading reform-driven economies, commending its strides in fiscal consolidation, debt restructuring, and inflation control. And finally, a Ugandan military helicopter with 8 people on board crashed and caught fire at the main international airport in Somalia's capital, Mogadishu, a Ugandan army spokesman has told the BBC. For more news, follow us on Facebook, 5FM Radio Zambia, and YouTube, 5FM Radio Zambia. On behalf of the entire news crew and the technical department, thank you for listening to the happy world of 5FM. Stay safe and stay tuned to 5FM Radio. My name is Lance Sannie, Banda. Enjoy the rest of the evening.